him in Seattle against Washington. But would he go with Aaron Corp or Matt Barkley? It was Corp who got his first start. Barkley ailing with the sore shoulder. Second play from scrimmage, opening drive. Corp, Damian Williams, 13 yards. Corp completed his first 2, and Joe McKnight would finish, Mayday.
Terrific job of blocking on the right side of the offensive line. McKnight takes it in for the score. Is USC rolling?
It looked like it. Less than 3 minutes in, they had a touchdown. Third quarter, they still only have a touchdown. Stanley Havili puts it on the deck. Washington's Nate Williams recovers, and SC squandered great field position inside the Washington 15. Corp into double coverage, picked up by Donald Butler.
A very ill-advised pass there, and that really gave the momentum to Washington.
That was another opportunity they blew inside the Washington 25. Washington kicked a field goal. They're up 13-10. Corp almost picked off by Mason Foster. Next possession, 1st and 10 at the SC 44. McKnight, he's got room. Quentin Richardson, who guaranteed victory after the Huskies beat Idaho last week, backed it up by knocking it free. SC had to settle for a field goal, tied the game at 13. Now we're locked up over 3 minutes to go. Here is Jake Locker on 3rd and 15. That is beautiful. Jermaine Kearse, first down. Keep it moving. But 20 to go. 3rd and 2. Locker's got wheels, Lou.
Oh, he has great wheels, great competitor, great leader.
Now 41 seconds, 2nd and 6 at the SC 35. Watch him find Kearse again.
And a terrific job of biding his time, making this play string out. He rolls to his right and fires it to Kearse for the first down inside the 20.
And he took it with somebody right in his grill. Averill Spicer got a roughing the passer penalty. Locker still completed it. 1st and goal for the Huskies, who just last week stopped the nation's longest losing streak. They lost 15 straight games. And now Eric Folk. Folk, hero. The biggest thing to come out of Seattle since Pearl Jam. Washington jams up USC's hopes at a national title. They're not done, but they are hurt and wounded as the Huskies get it done. 16-13, the 4th straight year that USC has lost to an unranked opponent, and the head coach at UW, oh, he knows the Trojans well. Former USC offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian has a huge day through the first couple of weeks. A lot of returning starters, pressing to be perfect. Now against Texas Tech, their first real test. And here is Jordan Shipley returning a punt. Everybody in Memorial Stadium, Royal Memorial Stadium, on your feet. And I mean you, Bevo, up, up.
That is amazing.
He weighs about 2,000 pounds in there. He's ready to take on Jordan. Jordan going to step lightly as he goes by Bevo. Texas led 10-3 at the half after the 6-year senior took one back. Colt McCoy, he didn't have the staggering statistics again, but he's starting to find a favorite receiver. Dan Buckner grabs one, 24-10, and then Taylor Pastelio-Leon.
Well, he still has a great throwing motion here and made some great throws, but they can never get within 2 touchdowns of Texas.
Hey, what's the significance of this play, Mark?
Well, it's Sergio Kindle's first sack, 10.5 last year. Came in this game, 0 sacks. But look at this hit on Taylor Potts. Oh, Coach, look at this.
Hey, now they said they were going to penalize hits like that.
No, that was not with the helmet. It was shoulder first.
Oh,
that was helmet first.
Your eyes going bad.
We have to adjust the prescription in your Ashley Banfield glasses. That was with the helmet.
These are Tebow glasses.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim Tebow glasses. McCoy to Buckner for the touchdown. When Tim Tebow and the Gators came in, and Tebow said, you know, I don't like anybody talking about coach. 3-3 game. Tebow, how about this collision with Eric Berry, Mayday?
Oh, look at this. Eric Berry gets rejected, Coach. And what's Tebow tell his teammates after this?
He's saying, who's responsible for blocking Berry? Get on him. He's a hitter.
Tebow, I don't mind contact, but I don't have to have it all the time. Tebow does punch it in from short yardage. Gators take a 10-3 lead. Only Herschel Walker scored more rushing touchdowns than Tebow. Tebow with 46, Herschel with 49. I think Tim's going to catch him at some point. 3rd and 3 play. Some vintage Tebow, relentless, scrambling. First down in a 16-6 game. That Monty Kiffin defense really kept the Gators at bay for much of the day. And Tebow had a couple of turnovers. He was picked off by Eric Berry once. And then inside the 10, let it scored free, and Dennis Rogan scoops it up for the Volunteers. Tennessee avoids the blowout. That touchdown there might have turned this thing into a complete rout, and as it is, Montario Hardesty.
And what a terrific run, shutting some defenders, plowing into the end zone. That could be Florida's Achilles heel if you can run the ball right at him.
Hardesty goes in, first touchdown the Gator defense has given up this year. Jonathan Crompton completed 11 of 19 passes, but he had a couple of them picked off on the day, one by Ahmad Black. Tebow didn't throw a touchdown pass. First time that's happened in 30 games. But the Gators win it 23-13. Here's Lane Kiffin. Against BYU. BYU number 7 in the country. The Seminoles barely up past Jacksonville State, but Florida State had a 20-14 lead. Christian Ponder to Kaz Pirowski.
Terrific job by Christian Ponder, putting the ball in the corner of the end zone, only where his receiver could come down.
Man, we saw this freshman when we were in Tallahassee. Greg Reed picked off Max Hall. He goes the other way. 5 turnovers for the Cougars on the day. This freshman's going to be a star for the Seminoles. 54-28. BYU just gets obliterated by Florida State. Utah on the road at Oregon. Utes riding the nation's longest winning streak, 16 in a row. LaMichael James cutting through the Ute defense. He had 152 yards. Masoli would score on the keeper to make it 28-10. Terrence Kane drop back, scramble, and find Jeremy Brooks.
This is just a nice job of biding time and great focus there by the receivers.
On the ensuing Duck possession, and the Ducks, I don't know, the get-ups. I like the Oregon uniforms normally, not this one. Masoli puts it on the ground. Ducks had 4 turnovers. Robert Johnson scoops score, and the Utes, they know how to win within 4 points. 2 minutes to go. Utah down by a touchdown. Kane firing, picked off by John Boyette, and the nation's longest winning streak ends at 16 as Chip Kelly. It's a victory after a rocky start to his tenure, 31-24, to 0-16 in true road games against the top 20 since Tom Osborne left. But boy, they had the Hokies on the ropes. It was 15-10. Nebraska had the lead. Tyrod Taylor to Tyrell Robertson. He dropped it right through his hands, and Beamer frustrated, thinking perhaps that was his last chance. Huskers trying to run out the clock. Zach Lee. Lee was just 11 of 30 on the day, and he goes down short. Bo Pelini forced to punt it away, so Virginia Tech has one more chance. Own 16-yard line, 90 seconds to go, no timeouts. What should the secondary rules be, Mr. May?
Deeper than the deepest, wider than the widest.
Well, that would not apply because Danny Cole was deeper and wider than everybody with an N on the side of their headgear. They chased him down on the 3-yard line. How did he get free, Lou?
Well, they were in a 2 deep, and the cornerback did not take enough depth. And the quarterback having enough time is what brought him open. You can't give a quarterback 4 seconds to throw.
But the Huskers stood firm. Now it's 3rd and goal. Tyrod Taylor's in a mess. Scrambling, buying time, firing. Tyrell Roberts didn't drop that one. Hokey, high-tech VPI pulling one out of the fire. Their 32nd straight non-conference.
They do not own it. They lost today, as we're going to see here. Tremendous performance again by Clawson and the Notre Dame offense.
Can you believe they let Sparty climb up there and paint that dome green? Michael Floyd caught the touchdown pass. 13-3 Notre Dame. Clawson to Floyd again. Now Floyd has had a fabulous early part of the season. You see him grab his shoulder area. Left the game with an apparent broken collarbone. Wildcat, Armando Allen to Robbie Paris.
A terrific job by the Notre Dame offensive improvising. They had Jimmy Clausen wide open at the bottom. Why didn't they throw it to Jimmy?
Jimmy wanted it, but he didn't get it. 26-23 Notre Dame. Kirk Cousins, Blair White. My house, said Sparty. My house, my house, my house. Michigan State has the lead.
I see the steam just coming out of his ears right now.
I'm seeing how high I can push his blood pressure.
You're enjoying this far too much, but just another great throw to Golden Tate here. Clawson again over 300 yards. You can say the great execution. 33-30, Fighting Irish and the Spartan Band doing a good job not catching an opponent's receiver. Golden Tate played great. Here comes Cousins again. Oh, he had a wide open guy potentially for the winning touchdown. He missed Caper. And that Caper would be the end of the run for Michigan State because Cousins, frankly, has a brain cramp. All they need is a field goal to tie it. He throws it into trafficking. Kyle McCarthy. I reclaim this territory in this land for Notre Dame. Amen. First time since '93. Cal and Minnesota. I tell you, Cal's had some problems on the road.
they venture into that luxurious gopher hole of a new stadium, and look at Jahvid Best, Mark.
Just running away from defenders and takes the leap over the goal line. What a terrific run by Jahvid Best.
7-0 Cal, 14-0 Cal when Adam Weber finds Eric Decker. Man, does he take one right in the kisser. Right in the grill. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. This guy deserves a helmet sticker just for catching that. He scored a touchdown on it, bleeding all over the place.
That's the least of his concerns right now.
He's looking for a Band-Aid first. Is that your point?
That's it.
Here goes Best again. Third TD of the game, 21-14 Cal at the break. Third quarter. Minnesota on the move. Decker, he's caught one, he's bled for the team, now he throws for his team. Touchdown, Marquise Gray, tied at 21. How'd it break down on ESPN Access?
Well, you're going to see it looks like it's going to be a sweep, and he's going to pitch the ball, but Decker, the inside guy, is going to catch it. But here's what else important. Watch the quarterback make a block to enable Decker to throw the football.
And Decker throws it very well. Touchdown, Minnesota. Here's how Gray got so open. Faked the block, did so nicely, and Cal starting to get a little tight. They lost 4 straight road games. They've lost 8 of their last 9, and now they're tied in the fourth quarter on the road in the Central Time Zone, 2 hours away. But Kevin Riley to Jeremy Ross. Riley, solid day, 16-25, over 250. Here is Riley again. He'll find Ross, made it.
Terrific job of the offensive line and backs at pass protection. Finds Ross for the big play down at the 1.
Best would finish off the drive with his 4th rushing touchdown of the game. And then Cal would, well, when they're at their best, they're giving it to Jahvid. 5 rushing touchdowns, 131 yards. Best said afterwards, I'm glad they tested us a little bit. Cal wins at 35-21. Cincinnati on the road at Oregon State. Good road win for the Pac-10. Now the Pac-10 at home against the Big East. Tony Pike, DJ Woods. What a day DJ Woods had. 7 catches, 117 yards. Cincinnati up 21-8 at the half. Here goes Quiz Rogers, Lou.
Oh, he's just an excellent back. This guy beat Southern Cal last year. But, boy, you can't say enough good things about Tony Pike.
He finds Marty Gilliard. Did you know Oregon State hadn't lost a non-conference home game since 1996 to Montana? Mike Riley never lost one, and now he has at the hands of Brian Kelly, 28-18. West Virginia and Auburn, lightning and heavy rain on the plains delayed the start of the game by more than an hour. And boy, when they got started, Noel Devine was warmed up. He'd already scored a couple of times, and Devine, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns. West Virginia botched the extra point, 27-20. It's now 30-27. Turnovers a problem. Big Jake Ricks picking it off. 4 turnovers for the Mountaineers. Gus Malzahn's offense. Boy, Gene Chizik, smart hire, eh, Mark?
Absolutely. Probably the best hire in the SEC as an assistant coach this year.
Chris Todd, Darvin Adams, and Auburn is 3-0, 41-30 as Todd throws for 4 touchdowns and 284 yards. SEC, Georgia and Arkansas, over 1,000 yards, 25 penalties, 4 turnovers, and 1 big arm from the new hog, Ryan Mallett.
He's got the best arm in the conference. I think he's the best pure quarterback throwing the football in the SEC conference.
Greg Childs has pretty good hands. What do you think about the idea that he's the best passer in the conference, Lou?
I don't necessarily agree with that, but he had an outstanding day, but so did Mr. Cox.
Joe Cox, A.J. Green, and Georgia early looked as if it was going to get blown out, but they had the lead by halftime, 27-21. Mallett, Childs, please.
What do you think about the touchdown net pass by Ryan Mallett? Well, took a little bit off, put a little air under it, put it right where it had to be.
Oh, there's no doubt. But on the basis of one game, you can't say he's the best quarterback. You know, I can stand one mark, maybe, but I don't need 2 of them, Reese. I wanted to say that about what you were saying about me and Notre Dame. But
let's get back to Georgia right now. Joe Cox at Tavares
football game.
50 yards. Here's Cox. Orson Charles. Pass defense optional for the Razorbacks. Cox, his 5th touchdown pass in the game. Both quarterbacks had 5 touchdown passes. Both set school records, and Georgia wins it on the road, 50 in Toledo. Buckeyes bounce back. Terrell Pryor, Dane Sanzenbacher.
Oh, this is a great throw. He's wide open here, obviously, but I'll tell you, the next throw is a big-time throw. There aren't many quarterbacks around that can make this next throw, as you will see.
It's the 107th ranked pass defense in the nation.
Martin believes Ryan Mallett could have made that throw.
Yes, I do.
Terrell Pryor, great day. 262 yards passing, over 100 yards rushing. This matchup with the Big 12, UCLA against Kansas State. Kevin Kraft starting after Kevin Prince broke a jaw against Tennessee last week. And Kraft, who was much maligned last year, finds Nelson Rosario. That's a nifty one-handed catch. He's not even wearing gloves, so that none of those sticky gloves to help him out. I don't think he was anyway. Kraft to Terrence Austin. UCLA goes on to win. Kansas State, rough start in the return of Bill Snyder, 23-9. The best plays from the day, our plays of the day. Wofford, Wisconsin. Badgers, Brett Bielema trying to go 3-0. Now I want you to keep your eye on Wisconsin linebacker Chris Borland. Over the top to reject the punt. David Gilbert recovers it in the end zone for a touchdown, and Wisconsin wins 44-14. Duke and Kansas. How about this catch, Mark, from Kerry Meyer?
Oh, a sweet catch by Meyer, laying out the former quarterback.
Made a living catching those passes. Duke now lost 37 in a row to ranked opponents. Tennessee and Florida, if you like the big hits, here comes Tebow, here comes Eric Berry.
Oh, just a tremendous hit. That was loud. But that type of hitting went on all day in that game.
Florida went on to win 23-13. Buffalo at Central Florida, and no one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bulls. It was a double reverse pass. Naaman Roosevelt ends up tossing it to Jesse Rack. UCF would go on to get the victory 23-17. Brian Mallett to Greg Childs, Mark.
Oh, that's as sweet as it gets. I still say he's got the best arm in the SEC, even though he's only played one game in the conference, Coach. To me, he's got the best arm in the conference right now. One game.
That's why you played line.
I think he's got Louisville and Kentucky. 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter, including this one. Justin Burke, Trent Guy, 66 yards. Cragthorpe's team had a lead, 27-24. Same score. Cats at the Louisville 12. Mike Hartline to Randall Cobb, and Old Tex delivers the knockout punch. 31-27. Cats have beaten the Cards 3 straight years.